Hello, and welcome to It's a Rob Thing, with me, Rob.
And me, Rob.
And our special guest this week, Andrew!
Hello!
Off to a great start here, guys.
Fantastic.
Great start. And I believe we have decided this show's topic is... What was it, Rob?
It is, I said that so partially. It is...
It is!
What superpower would you have if you could choose any one power? Anything.
Okay, so I think we should start off with saying what superpower you would actually want.
Like on a serious note.
On a serious... Well, let's say serious. It's not going to be serious. And then what you would use it for. So, Rob,
Okay.
what would yours be?
Oh, okay. I don't want to go anything that's already been done. I want to be something original. So I'm going to forget anything like super strength and laser vision.
They're mainstream.
Yeah, they're too mainstream. I want to go with something a little, extinct.
Extinct.
So
powers.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one actually. But I'm gonna go with the one that I said earlier, as Drew joined the Skype call, which was all I have to do is look at people in the face and say, look them square in the eyes as the fail-safe, so I can't accidentally do anything wrong. So look them square in the eyes.
Clap 3 times.
Not clap 3 times. My fail-safe is looking them directly in the eyes and not blinking. And I say, you look like, name a person, and their face morphs into that person, but their hair doesn't change. It's just the facial features. So if I went up to a bloke and said, you look like Lindsay Lohan, his face would change to the facial structure of Lindsay Lohan, but the beard would stay, and he'd look like an idiot.
What use does that have in the real world?
I could get a lot of pictures with famous people looking very strange, and
Look,
I don't know.
Look, it's me with super fat Dustin Hoffman.
That's what we said as well. Like, if it was a fat person, that their figure doesn't change. It's literally just the face shape that changes.
Everyone could believe. You could get everyone to believe that someone really famous has become really, really fat.
Exactly.
So if you turn a fat person into a famous person, it would look like them if they were as fat as that person.
Exactly. Yeah. So if I went up to an old person as well, and I said, "Oh, you look like Tom Daly," like the old guy would just like a really old man version of Tom Daly.
So you could use it to see what people look like when they're older.
Yeah, pretty much. Or you could go up to someone that's really young and do it, and then
you could make
sell
a business out of that.
Yeah.
But then I don't suppose you could do it. Like you could say, this is what Tom Daly will look like when he's 80, but you can't really go and say, oh, this is what Ian McKellen looked like when he was 20, because everyone knows what Ian McKellen looked like when he was 20.
But what I could do is I could set up some really elaborate sort of sets in a studio, get some kids and change their faces to whatever I want them to be.
Oh my god, that sounds so sinister.
And I can set up like scenarios and say, haha, this is what Channing Tatum did when he was 8, and I can sort of set up a scenario and say, this is from his family scrapbook from when he was 12 years old or something like that.
That sounds...
And it could be like him flunking math or I don't know.
Can you turn these people back?
Yeah, they stuck like that permanently.
There's no like actual reverse, but what you could just do is like say, look them square in the eyes, no, don't blink, fail-safe is activated, and you just say you look like Tom Daly again, which is who you were before. So you turn back into who you were.
What's it? So you don't have to like know who they were and say, oh, you look like Joe. That's the person you were last time we met.
Yeah, you don't have to have a visual image in your head of what they looked like before.
Can you clap 3 times and then do like a little dance?
No, there's no clapping. Like, no, the fail-safe here is just looking at them square in the eyes and not blinking. If you blink, it's done. It's not going to work. Or they might only get a half-morphed face.
I refuse to believe this power would have any real benefit to your life.
I think it could, to be honest, because I could say to myself, look in the mirror, say, and Rob, you look like, a Brad Pitt.
Oh, I didn't know it worked.
Why would you want to change the way you look?
I didn't know it worked on like you. I didn't know you could do it yourself. That's like a different. That's like shape-shifting, except you require a mirror.
Yeah, it's like, I've got to maintain eye contact. So as long as I'm maintaining eye contact with someone or something, then this will work.
But why would you want to change what you look like?
Yeah.
Well, here's the theory. Like you said, make a business out of it. Why can't I look at myself in the mirror and say, "Oh, I look like Justin Bieber today"? I mean, how big is Justin Bieber's fan base? I could walk outside and give a
And they'd
dozen
be like,
magazine
wow,
interviews.
look, Justin Bieber shrank a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Or I could like walk down the street.
And just make it clear, Rob is very short.
Oh dear, it's true. Um, but I could walk down the street, say looking like Justin Bieber, and like just pull off my top or something and say, "Hey, who wants to buy this top for £5,000?"
Why?
Do you know what I mean?
Why would someone give you £5,000 for a shirt in the middle of the street?
Yeah, but you forgot one very key
Is
ingredient
the
there.
key ingredient that you are
It's
Justin Bieber?
Bieber's shirt.
Justin Bieber's shirt, yeah. But it's not actually Justin Bieber's shirt. It's me, but I look like Justin Bieber, so they're not going to know the difference. But yeah,
Oh, wait, genius. You could, like, going off this sort of celebrity idea thing,
okay.
you could, like, you could change yourself to someone, and then that you could go on a date with someone. You could pay people to go on dates with you, and then you could turn into whoever you want. And they could be like, oh yeah, I can go on a date with Tom Cruise, or
Or you mean like, so
Brad
you
Pitt.
could say, you could turn that person into the person you want to date the most, kind of idea.
Yeah, so then they can date whoever they
It's
want.
like if you,
So
so
someone
if you
could-
found a really nice girl who was really, really ugly, you could change her to be really attractive.
Yeah, it's
What if
like-
you did it as well though, without her knowing? So she didn't like get annoyed that you changed her face. She just go, "Oh, you know what? You look just like Lindsay Lohan," and then she's like, "Oh, thanks. don't get that very often."
Because,
but she looks like Lindsay
because
Lohan
I'm
now.
black.
she turns into a black Lindsay Lohan.
If you go on a date and you're just like, you look just like a black Lindsay Lohan, I don't think that's going to go down very well.
Oh, imagine if that could be the catch though. What if you said you look like a Chinese Lindsay Lohan, and then that like if they're not Chinese, it's still going to morph them into a Chinese looking Lindsay Lohan.
So you
Like,
could
you can
take
get
a
really
picture and be like,
specific.
look, I found a Chinese Lindsay Lohan. And then all the tabloids would be
Yes.
like, oh my god! Lindsay Lohan's had
So-
serious prosthetic surgery to her face.
I think it's got real benefits. This power.
I can see, talking about it, I can see how you can like expand it.
Yeah,
But it seems like
It's
a very
definitely got
selfish
potential.
power.
but what power isn't selfish?
That's true. I suppose it depends how you use it.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It's a good point you got there.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Trademark.
Trademark TM. But yeah,
Andrew, what would your power be?
Well, I said that one earlier, but I want to come up with a new one.
What was the one you
Fresh.
said earlier?
It was the growing facial hair on demand.
I like that one.
yeah, I think that's cool actually. So
So
what would
I could just-
activate that?
I just have to think. I just have to be like, oh, I just want to grow mustache
does it
right now.
grow
and then just-
instantly? Yeah.
yeah,
It doesn't like take. Doesn't
Just
have to take
changes.
time.
doesn't take time. Oh, well, it takes as long as it would take.
So
for
it's
hair
not like
to-
you can just grow a beard and then you have to mold that beard with a shaver. You just can grow any shape beard you want.
Yeah, so I could just choose where the hairs grow.
That's awesome. So the good thing about this is that I've just had a vision. Really, you could like share this power with the world. What if? Tell me if this wouldn't work or not. But what if you like just peeled a bit of skin off, put it in a box, and started marketing that around the world as Insta beard, and people have to like eat a bit of your skin or whatever, and they've got and they've got Insta beard.
Well, they have to eat it.
What has this conversation
It's like a-
become?
And going back to the description of the power. So what activates
No,
it? Do you just literally just think,
Go back to what you were
Yeah,
just
you
talking
continue with
about.
this.
Why would someone want to eat a bit of Andrew's skin?
people like me that can't grow beards, Insta beard would be perfect. I would eat a bit
Yeah,
of
but
skin.
just because
to
you
grow me a beard.
digest his cells doesn't mean you're going to get the superpower.
But what if it
Maybe
did?
if like
That's what
Andrew
I'm
got
saying.
radiated somehow and then he bit and then he
Fell into a pool
and
of
then he bit
radiation.
you.
And then I became Mr. Manhattan, who can grow a beard instantly.
So rather than grow really big and transport all over the place and kill people at will, you can just grow a beard.
Oh my god! So what if you use this for evil then, as you're sort of describing it now, and you said like, oh, right now I want a beard shaped like a knife, and you like just spawn a beard-shaped knife.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking when you said I want to use it for evil, I thought you meant like I'm gonna grow a really evil-looking mustache and just
Yeah,
become a
That's what I was
villain.
thinking.
Just
grow
twirl
a
it.
Hitler
Just
stash.
just grow facial hair that makes you look different. You know, I feel like I'm in a really nice mood today. I think I'll just have some friendly stubble.
Yeah, a bit of designer stub.
Also, I could just thought of another thing for I could change, as Rob was saying, like make it like a knife. But if it was just facial hair in the shape of a knife, it wouldn't really do anything. But we could have it so it's like I can change the texture of it, the strength of it, so I can make
Oh,
it
see,
really fluffy or really stiff. So then it would be like a knife.
that sounds like it's just too dangerous.
So that
You could like hurt yourself. It's a very good point. How do
sounds
you get
awesome.
rid of it? Do you just think it away, or do you have to shave?
oh, I could just think it away, or I could shed it. What I thought Rob
Like-
was gonna say was that I could just keep growing it and then just keep shedding it off, and then people could use my facial hair for wigs or
You could
something.
do that though. You could grow your hair really long, cut it all off, and then sell it to a wig maker. After all,
Yeah.
we do live in Victorian London.
Yeah.
But but what if though? What if as well? Let's carry on with this idea of selling the hair. What if you've got sheep's wool, you've got all kinds of wool. What if we had Drew wool, and Drew became the new source?
Andrew is like a sheep.
I just had the best idea. What if I just had
I think we broke him.
I just had a vision
Don't
of
even know
Drew
what I was
like
gonna
chained
say.
up in a shed as like just a massive ball of beard, and people just harvesting this fur from him and like tasing him to make him tense, and his beard just grows out, and they just harvest his wool, his renewable source of wool.
Why
Yeah, but I can do whatever I want with my beard. I could just grow it
a
into
knife?
just and take
Could you
over the world
grow it
with
into
my
a
beard.
working gun?
What, and shoot like
Beard gun, shoots hair.
It shoots really like
It would-
course, really
would have to
coarse, tensile hair.
Oh yeah. I'll make
What
the
if
hair
you like?
really compact and heavy, so then it would be like a hair bullet.
Oh, this
You know,
is amazing.
hair is made of the same stuff as like your nails, keratin. So you could make it like really compact and it'd be like
But
a
if you made if you got
shooting
like
nails.
a nail, but
people.
then it was like a bullet-shaped nail, a solid thing. That could be
Yeah.
deadly. How are you going to get the mechanism in the beard to shoot a bullet though?
I have
You can
no
just, like,
idea.
Morph that mechanism, couldn't you? Though you can make it all beard
Rob,
mechanism.
going back to your
Somehow
point about
make
him being
some-
chained up in a shed. We don't chain sheeps up in sheds. Sheep. Why do we have to chain Andrew up? Can't it be like a free range Andrew?
Yeah, but there's gonna be times where he just wouldn't want, like, if people are coming up to him at 6 in the morning when he's trying to sleep and trying to harvest his hair all the time, he's just gonna get annoyed. So let's just take him out of society and harvest that hair whenever we damn well want.
I feel like we're just abusing Andrew now.
It's what is likely
Yeah.
to happen. To be fair, if someone found one of us with these powers, like they would just literally turn us into a freak
so
show
like,
and
if
harvest
someone
whatever
found you with your power, then they could take you and like keep you in a room, and then just say, "Make me look like this person," and then they could like they could change their entire life based around you. People could sell. You could be a slave, Rob.
No,
Oh, they
but
could
I
have
could.
you. They could have you. Sorry, but they could have
Sorry.
you like behind a one-way mirror. So like one side is glass, one side is a mirror.
Yeah.
So on their side it's a mirror.
Yeah.
And then they'll look at the mirror and be like, "Oh, I look a lot like." And then they'll say someone, and then you on the other side would be like, "Hey, you look like," and then the person that they wanted to look like, and then they would change into them in the morning
Doesn't that
when
mean
they're
that
getting ready.
Rob could like trick them and say like,
That's
"Oh,
what-
I look like Brad Pitt," and then Rob could go, "You look like an elephant." And then you wake up and you think you look like Brad Pitt, but you actually look like an elephant.
But then Rob's locked in a room and his like
Oh,
loved
right,
ones
so he has,
being
like, a
held
reason
captive.
to
So
do it.
if he does that, yeah, like me, I'm just
Of
chained
your
up.
own will. Yeah, I was
Right,
gonna
with your
say
own
you're
hair as
chained
well.
up with your own hair.
Chain
They
me
forced
up
you
with
to
it.
grow really, really strong hair, then they chained you up with it.
You got like the adamantium of hair.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like Wolverine, like adamantium. That was an experiment. Yeah, no, yeah, they found my hair, like my hair growing abilities. I couldn't change the texture of it and everything, and then they filled it with adamantium,
Did
and then I
trust me,
broke
100%.
free. Yeah.
So, question about this power then, Drew. We know that you can
Oh, no, wait, no.
a beard.
Wait, sorry.
That's all right.
I broke free, and then I've got a brother, and I can grow beard, and then my brother can grow his hair on his head.
That's awesome. So he could be like Willow Smith and whip his hair back and forth and just
No,
knock
Rob,
everyone
get
out with it.
Yeah.
No
That'd be a good attack, I
popular
think.
culture references.
Okay. But so that answers my question a little bit, actually, Drew, that I was going to ask. I was going to say, is it only beards that you can grow, or can you form like any amount of hair anywhere? So could you, if you had hairy
Yeah.
forearms, could you turn that into like a spiky
It'd be like,
forearm,
it'd be like
like
prototype.
gelled hair?
No,
It'd be like a big
yes.
spike on your hand.
Yeah.
Mine
Look,
is only, it's only
if it's
just a beard
if it's
area,
just your beard, could you
mustache
like
area.
grow it so the beard then like goes down to your arm, and then you create the knife or whatever in your hand. Yeah, so you could like have
then I
the
can
knife
cut
and
that
then
off.
make the knife move, and then cut the hair, and then just have a hair knife.
Yeah.
Is it so? It's
Just
this
imagine
all
a hair
happens
knife.
instantaneously. There's no waiting period.
Well, yeah. What is it? Like
Grow,
is
Yeah,
it
I
like
mean, like
beard.
you have to force it out.
come out my face, and then it would
Yeah, 'cause
grow down.
I
To
quite
my
like the
hand.
idea of you like tensing your head, like I said, only get that head rush, and then the beards just sort of form out of the tense, depending on how powerful it is. That would give you a good amount of control over the length of the beard that's coming out as well.
Well, I'm like the Hulk, you know. I can control it. It's like how to control the anger, Bruce. It's like I'm always angry, and then I can just grow beards just
Question:
constantly.
Do you
It used to be I have to
do you
have to
grow a
tense.
beard normally? Like if you don't shave,
So if I just left it
does
over time,
any hair grow of its own accord?
unless if I'm like I can think I can just say I can think I can just say oh my god I can just think oh I want my beard to grow normally and it can just grow normally, or I can think oh I can't be bothered to grow a beard for a while and
so
it just won't grow.
it's all a matter of your inner
Okay.
psyche.
I just have ultimate control over it.
Ultimate beard control.
Seems
I
like
like
you
it.
could only
That's
really
pretty
be
cool.
a supervillain.
There you go, that's the name of my power.
Ultimate beard control.
Ultimate beard control.
UBC.
I'm trying to think of like your hero name now.
What's-
Beardy McCready. That's terrible. That is terrible. Gillette, the best a man can't get.
Super tensile beard man.
Super tensile beard.
What's Wolverine? So let's play on Wolverine or something, because that's what we referred it to earlier. So
Beardarine.
Airborne.
Sounds
Beardarine.
like something to do with beer.
Yeah.
Hair.
What's another name?
Boy.
Facial.
Facial boy.
Facial.
Oh god.
I'm facial boy.
What's your power, facial boy? You know what my power is.
But then the thing is, facial boy could apply to me as well.
Oh god.
Because
I thought you were going to say facial boy
Yeah.
could apply his power to your face.
Yeah, that's the thing, Drew. Okay, so if I said to someone, "You look like Drew," and they sort of morphed into your face, would they gain your beard spawning
Surely they only
abilities as
get the
well?
look.
Your
Surely
beard
they only get the
morphing.
powers. It's like
yeah.
It's like
It would
what's
just be the
her
look.
face in X-Men? Mystique. She
Mystique.
just gets the looks. She
Oh.
doesn't get any powers. Because then she'd just be super powerful if she did.
Yeah.
Okay, right, that's
If
fair
I'm
enough.
like Wolverine, am I invincible and can just regenerate?
Only your face.
You can only regenerate, but
Only
What if, like, when you die, you don't just regenerate normally like Wolverine, just might patch himself up a little bit. You sort of disintegrate into a massive ball of hair or something like that, and you just the hair like wraps around you, and then you just morph back into a
like
person.
control the color of the hair? So could you like weave your own clothes? Straight onto
my
your
clothes
body.
could be my hair, my beard. It'd be pretty itchy.
Well, I mean, if you could make it really soft because it's your hair. If you control the you control
Oh, yeah,
how
make it
what
soft.
the hair feels like. So you could make like a really soft.
That's pretty
jumper.
awesome.
Or like jeans.
I'm loving this
I think
power
we've
got,
made
like,
this
a scarf
power
or
much
something.
better than it was initially.
Yeah, this is freaking awesome.
I wouldn't have the invulnerability and regeneration of Wolverine. That's
OP.
more one power. This is my only power. It's the ultimate beard control.
Super tensile beard man.
I like that.
Right,
Super
so-
tensile, man. STBM.
BNBN.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum.
I'm moving on to yours now.
Yeah, what's your power?
My
then, Rob?
power. I don't know. I always end up thinking of just jokey powers, so I can never really think of a proper one. But one of my jokey powers is just to have. I said it before. If I hold my hand out in the shape of I'm grabbing someone's boob, a woman appears and I'm holding her boob.
So would it be an actual woman's boob? Say if it was just like
It's
a
not
half
like a
a boob appeared.
It's not like a It's not like a
Oh,
decapitated
God.
boob.
No, just a
Breast
section of
is-
boob that's nicely sealed off. Like, what's it called when you cut meat up and you
No,
like, seal it on the cooker?
cauterizing.
It's-
No,
it's like
it's
you
a
cauterize-
woman. It's not just a boob.
Wait,
Okay.
I've just got the horror in my head of Rob discovering he has that power. He's just at the shop and just holds his hands out.
I go
get
to
some
grab
change
something
or
off a
something,
shelf and I end up generating a boob.
or you could grab something. And just the decapitated boob just appears in your hand.
Oh my god, this sounds like this power could really backfire on you, Rob, but it might be like the Skittles man and just gets.
Although the Skittles man power
Yeah.
will be fun for about a day.
Unless you found out you're
Yeah,
allergic
but
to
if you were
Skittles.
generating Skittles, why would you be allergic to them? That's just bad evolution.
But the Skittles man power doesn't really work because if
His clothes.
everything he touched did turn to Skittles, then everything would
Wait,
just
wouldn't it
turn
be,
into
isn't it
Skittles
like
instantly.
only his hands turn stuff into Skittles?
I guess
So
it
he
would have
couldn't
to
wear
be his
gloves or
hands, yeah.
anything. Because the gloves would turn to Skittles.
Because that's the old. He would wear gloves lined with
But wouldn't-
Skittles.
That's the thing, if he touches Skittles, do they just turn to smaller Skittles?
Do they?
Like mini Skittles?
I think they turn into a Skittle, so it's just an ongoing.
So it's just every time he touches it. Oh, so it's just constantly changing.
But what if
So that-
cells? They're just divided.
What if he touches
then-
himself?
I don't think that. No, I don't, because he's technically touching himself. With
He
time
never
attached to
stops
it.
touching himself.
He's
Yeah.
technically. There's always contact.
I suppose, but...
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like my fingers are there.
Touching
Like-
yourself, is what you're going to say? We're recording
My
this,
fingers are
and you're
there
touching
for you.
yourself.
Yeah. No. No, you can feel, and I'm feeling my fingers right now. But you're constantly feeling stuff. Everything is a feeling.
Like the air, yeah. Does it turn the air to Skittles?
What is life?
Because there are stuff in the air. Or does it turn bacteria?
It has to be bigger than a Skittle.
It turns anything bigger than a
I
Skittle
like that.
into a Skittle. Is that like the density? Is the size of density or the size like shape? So I have a piece of
Just the size,
white
yeah.
tack here. Is that going to turn into a Skittle?
If it's bigger than a Skittle,
But
if
then
it's
like,
the same
I
size
have
as
a
a Skittle,
plectrum,
then it will turn
and
into a Skittle.
it's really flat. And it's not. It probably wouldn't be the same density as a Skittle. Is that going to stay as a plectrum, or is it?
If you rolled up the plectrum,
Then
you
made it
somehow
into the shape of a
melted
Skittle.
it, and then if it could. Well, anyway, is this your power?
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
can't copy
I
this.
just got
Yeah,
sidetracked.
You can't copy this.
I don't. My other power is the one I mentioned to you before, Rob, which was if if I bit the top off a cream egg, I would have the ability to regenerate the top of that cream egg. Because I think,
No,
but
I
then
like
you
it.
can't
Initially-
eat the whole. If you eat the whole cream egg, you can't regenerate the whole cream egg. You can only regenerate the top you bite off.
Just the top.
Because it has its limitations.
Okay, so how does this work then?
Obviously.
So what if you accidentally bite like 0.01%
Well, then
too far into the cream egg?
Yeah,
Is that
it
just
won't
it? It's
regenerate the whole top. It'll just regenerate everything but that 1 point whatever percent of the. But then I have to have a.
Okay, so would your power make sure that you only bite into the right
well, I
amount?
suppose it would be like just less of an exact science and more of just a general idea. It's my power. I can do with it what I want.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. So can you bite into anything 1/3 and it just turns into the top of the cream egg?
No, it's only cream eggs. You can't just bite into an apple and it turns into a cream egg.
So you can't bite like the
say
end of
bite-
it.
You have to have the cream egg in hand in order to generate the top of it. Otherwise, you're just being silly now, Rob. Come on.
What was that?
It was a really suppressed laugh, but it's like, it sort of blew my brains out a little bit. Okay,
I've
there's
already
limitations to
established
this.
the limitations. I'm willing to accept the limitations of it. I won't be saving the world anytime soon.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way. But now you've got me thinking maybe I should just like be able to fly. Or go invisible. Or like I was gonna say shapeshift, but then your idea of being able to change people and yourself by looking in a mirror sort of took my idea of shapeshifting.
Yeah, we sort of need something
Stop it, man.
unique. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's, I
Can
can't
I have
help
the
that I was
power
born
to
with a
become
God-given
any
gift.
fictional
of change
superhero?
people's faces. No, because that's not a power. That's
No, it's a power.
Still shapeshifting.
I can't become anyone. I can only become fictional superheroes. So hence, I could just have all the powers. Not all at once, but I could have them all at some point. Well,
That's
it's
just
my power.
Maureen.
Power.
I can do with my power as I please.
So okay, so say if you morphed into Spider-Man, do you become a separate Spider-Man, or do you
Well,
actually morph
I think you'll
into the
find, like,
life of
Spider-Man's not
Spider-Man
real.
and you're living?
So, I would become Spider-Man of
Sorry,
the
my
real
bad.
world.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Oh, so would you get all of his memories?
Well, I mean,
Would you like
I don't know.
you remember that night
I
with Mary
guess.
Jane and
But I don't know, I can't decide if I'm shapeshifting
Yeah.
like I look like them or whether I just gain their powers. I don't like this power. It seems like it gives me too much responsibility.
yeah, well, exactly. And in the words, like I said earlier, the words of
I think you'll
Mr.
find
Parker,
it was
whose name I
his
can't
uncle.
remember,
Uncle Ben. God,
Uncle
Rob.
Parker, Ben, Uncle Ben's rice. I reckon that's what.
If Uncle Ben of Uncle Ben's Rice ever said with great power comes great responsibility, he's a genius.
With great rice comes great meals.
With the power to create great rice comes the responsibility of having to create great rice.
This is amazing. Oh dear.
So
what's your power?
If I hold out my
Is
hand,
this,
I can
That's a
create a
Sandman.
fistful of gravel. No, I can't turn myself into
It's a
gravel.
Sandman.
I can just generate gravel in my hand and
Oh.
throw it at people.
Wouldn't that get really annoying? Say if you just washing your hands or you're washing your hair and all of a sudden,
It's
oh
got a
man, I
failsafe,
clenched my fist a little bit. There's
which I have
gravel
to clap 3 times. Spin
Do you have to spin
around
round
just
as
a bit
well,
of an
or
overkill. to
just
be
clap?
honest. I think clapping 3 times is probably well.
So that's fail-safe enough. But there's one big problem with this fail-safe. So you're at a theatre show, and everyone's come out for their bow at the end of the show. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's clap, and you're clapping. You clap more than 3 times,
then I
obviously,
just so
simultaneously, you're
happens
just clapping away, and all of a sudden, everyone around you, what's this guy
But I
doing?
have to hold my
He's spawning
hand with a
gravel
certain
everywhere.
weight, though, I'd say, because otherwise it's going. So if I like clap, if I was at a theatre and I clapped 3 times, and then I held my hand out for some apparent reason, maybe like I was clapping, and then someone walked past who was handing out money, and I was like, yeah, I'll have some money, and then gravel appeared. Then I just pour gravel in his hand, and he
We
gives
just
me
pour
some
gravel
money.
into his hand.
Because
That's what
people give me money all the time. It's every day, it's a daily occurrence.
I like this power, but in a way, like, is gravel a useful
if you
substance?
compact gravel, it can make it. It's probably not as useful as sand, but that power's already taken.
So, could you
I
like
suppose,
sell your
I
gravel?
could like generate loads of it and then just sell it to a garden centre. But I don't know how good the quality of the gravel is. I think the quality of the gravel
surely that's up
depends
to
on
you.
what I've like eaten that day. So if I've had a lot of protein, the gravel's really good and strong and some good looking gravel. Whereas if I
Yes,
haven't really
good-
eaten, or
good
if I
strong
just had like
gravel, yeah.
sugar, or it's just like really, it's pretty muddy and it's wet and it's not good for anything.
So what happens then
Well,
if you
if
eat
I
gravel?
have this, I can't. I suppose then I just get super strong gravel. It's not part of my
You eat
power as
gravel?
far as I know.
So you can only spawn gravel, but you
Yeah,
can't
'cause otherwise that
digest
would
it.
I don't think you could digest
You digest gravel?
You can't really digest
I don't
stone.
think a normal human being can eat gravel.
You know what gravel is, right, Rob?
No, yeah. Yeah, I know what gravel is. Yeah, I know what gravel is.
So you can gravel.
Do I
I
eat
forgot
gravel?
how to gravel.
Yeah.
I don't eat gravel, but I can imagine that a bowl of like oats would be the similar texture, similar taste.
Well, I suppose it depends
Kind
how
of-
sort of muddy.
I've
the
seen my mum
gravel
eat,
is
like,
and where it's
oats
come
and-
from. Depends on the taste. And what kind of rocks are part of the gravel.
Does it taste?
Because sometimes you can get like quite smooth pebbles. Other times you can get like broken up shards of other rocks. I feel like this conversation has taken a strange turn.
So I'm confused. It has, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
confused because your power was
Well,
to
you
spawn
brought
gravel,
up
but
the
now we're
idea
talking
of
about
eating it.
So are you selling your gravel?
Yeah.
No, what I was suggesting was
But you
that if
can't-
you eat
you
the
can't-
gravel, do you create the strongest
you
amount of
can't
gravel?
eat
Because the
gravel.
only thing that you can produce it
I
from
would never
is
be able
like
to digest the gravel into my system. Is my point.
But we're forgetting that we're talking about
Hey,
spawning gravel here. This is
my
impossible
power
anyway.
is not
so
impossible.
if you could, in theory,
Don't ruin my hopes and dreams.
Okay. Your gravel spawning dreams.
One day I plan on spawning so much gravel, I could build a gravel house.
Okay, this power's. But okay, so what would you really use this power for then? Because me and Drew, we've had some uses. Like we're gonna cut Drew's hair off and
I don't know.
have him
I'm
like
just
a battery
my power is
hair
very
slave.
much for
World
annoyance.
baldness.
I can
Yeah.
throw gravel at people and do other gravel-related mischief.
Fucking throw gravel at people.
So can you be inconvenient
yeah.
gravel man?
Maybe my power should just be like inconvenience man. So I have the power to like delay a bus by 3 minutes, or the power to like give someone's
That would
bike a
really
flat tire.
laugh just then.
or like as they walk
I like
past
it.
me, I untie someone's shoelace. That's my power. I'm inconvenience man. So I can just have the ability to not
I like that.
cause
That's
big
definitely better.
momentous things to happen, but I can just make little things to inconvenience people.
So can your little inconveniences become bigger conveniences for them?
No,
so they can like,
I
trip
don't think
over
I don't think I
and
could
fall
really
in front of a
have
bus.
any power that allows me to cause like a causal event, like a chain reaction. I don't think that would really be very safe.
Okay.
Yeah, so like,
just
say
literally
if
minor
you're getting ready to leave
inconveniences.
the house, and I like make your keys be misplaced, but not so much that you can't find them at all. but just so much that you can't find them for like 5 minutes.
Wait,
The gravel idea is
displaces
gone.
keys
I
with gravel?
can do what I want now, but only stuff that mildly inconveniences people.
Oh my god. I missed this bit.
So can you still create gravel? Gravel. Oh, what's the word?
I mean,
gravel
yeah,
related
like, I can make any
inconveniences.
inconvenience. So I could like, oh, there's gravel in your shoe. I don't have to say it. I just think it. But I could do that, and then there's gravel in their shoe. Or maybe I could say, oh, look, this. Or I could generate a snowball, and then I could throw that snowball at someone, and that's a mild inconvenience because they have snow on their jacket until they wipe it off.
That's like a different power though.
Hey,
That's
no,
like
I'm
you're
generating the
snow.
in
No.
order to allow my power of inconveniencing to thrive.
Oh, okay, because I thought you were saying that.
Well, no,
you
I
can
can't.
just make things
like say generate snow
No, okay, no,
and
yeah,
then
okay.
make so much snow that it kills someone. Because that's a big inconvenience.
That's not a minor
But
inconvenience.
No.
So I could generate it, but then my power
Yeah.
doesn't permit me to use that to use the snow for anything other than a mild inconvenience. And I think that could be.
Okay, yeah, I like it. So would you use it for good
You
or
can't
evil?
really use it for good, can you? But suppose like, oh,
But you can.
someone's been mugged, and the mugger is running down the street, and they're being chased by the person they just mugged. So I'm gonna make the mugger's shoelace come untied. It's not really gonna make the mugger go, oh, my shoelace is untied. I'll just stop and do that up, and then I'll carry on running. The mugger's just gonna ignore it. So the mild inconveniencing doesn't necessarily work in certain circumstances. So I think the only thing I could use it for, maybe
Okay,
not
no,
evil,
you're right, yeah.
but it's not good. It's fun for me.
It's just inconvenient.
Yeah, it's just how
It's just
inconvenient.
inconvenient, isn't it? Would that be your catchline after every like inconvenience you do? You just go, how inconvenient.
So I make someone have to stop and tie
And no one
their
does
shoelace
anything
up,
about it.
and then I just go stand next to them and go, how inconvenient, and just carry on walking while laughing to myself, while just going.
Or just look down on them. I like this power. I like the idea of delaying buses by 3 minutes, because that's the sort of thing that is really just
10 minutes,
inconvenient.
and then 2 show up at once. No, because that's more than just a mild inconvenience. That's inconveniencing everyone on both buses.
But what if you're minor? What you can generate is a minor inconvenience, but then as a result of that minor inconvenience, which you now have nothing to do with, someone.
No, I said that my
has an
powers
accident.
don't allow me to do inconveniences. My power,
It can
unbeknownst
predict
to
the
me,
future.
can predict the future. So if I say try to untie this person's shoelace, but then if I did that, that person would trip and fall into traffic and die. That my power wouldn't let me untie their shoelace because they know it's going to happen. Or they wouldn't let me untie their shoelace at that certain time, that certain moment, because it knows it's going to happen. But like 10 seconds later, it would, because nothing's going to happen from it. My powers work with destiny.
So your powers work
and
with
speaking
destiny.
of destiny, I think that's a great time to stop because it brings us on nicely to the next show's topic of do you believe in destiny? It's a nice little segue we got going on.
I like
there.
it, definitely.
Didn't even plan it.
Can I just answer that as a sneak preview for the next talk then? Destiny, in one word, guys. Let's take it for a spin.
What?
Rob.
Destiny.
Destiny in one word.
Bullshit.
No, your thoughts on destiny in one word. Drew.
That's Andrew's word.
What?
That's his word. Don't know.
That's yours.
Anyway, thank you for listening. If you have
And
been
on that
listening,
note,
I've been Rob, and
I've been
the
Rob.
other guy's been Andrew. Oh, bye.
Oh my god.